Welcome back to Have a Drink with me,
Marisol.
and Eliana.
All right, we're going to start our podcast with our little drinky drink here. And we are trying out a drink that one of our viewers had talked about before, gave us a suggestion, and it is the Blackberry Moonshine Sour, made with blackberry syrup, simple syrup, blackberry moonshine, lemon, and a blood orange mixer. So here we go. Let's try it out.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Ooh.
Tastes a little. It's a little.
Got the sour.
Yeah.
Good though. Ooh.
No, it is. It's good.
My face. It's good though.
It is. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
I could probably drink another one of these for sure.
I probably could drink it if you made it. That's a lot of ingredients for me to work with. So if you made it, I would drink it again.
Yeah, it was good. So thank you to, was it Laura?
I think it was Laura.
Laura.
Yes.
Laura for suggesting that.
Yes. She's sour. Sorry,
it is a little sour.
I like sour though.
I do too.
I like citrus sour. Sweet, not so much. And I don't get too much of sweet.
I think this is enough sweet because I do like sweet, but I think it's enough.
Yeah.
And the sour adds to it.
I get a lot of sour here.
That's a lot of sour, but it's good.
But I like it.
All right, let's go.
So, weekly catch-up. We'll
Yes.
start with you. What happened this past week?
What happened this past week? Gosh, it seems... I feel like we're just engulfed in football again. Like, it's a lot. And I feel like it's getting to be a lot more.
Progressively more?
Yes. And games are going to be on Saturdays, so we got our schedule, and they're Saturday afternoons, so now our Saturday afternoons are going to be...
Yeah, I remember we talked about Saturday mornings, and those were no bueno.
Yes, so now it's going to be Saturday afternoons we saw, but he's got his scrimmage on a Thursday, and then Saturday a game, and that one I think is out there in San Antonio. Yeah.
Cool.
But it'll be cool because he'll get to play on the field that the boys played football. There's a game that's there, so that'll be nice.
Oh,
it'll be
good.
cute though because they're little and stuff. So we've been doing that and trying to make dinner. We figured that if I don't make dinner before I leave, then it's got to be a pickup.
Yeah.
Or it's sandwiches because
it's just easier, quick.
Yeah. It gets kind of late. Yeah. So I think that's really, there hasn't been a whole lot more. My husband started with a new company.
Oh, yeah.
So this past week, so I guess I did have a little bit. He was in the office a lot, which is, he does go in, but not as much. He was there from like early to late, which was a lot. And he would meet us at the field or, just trying to get everything. Yes. But it's good.
That's good.
Yeah.
So
it's good. I'm excited. He is very
Oh,
excited.
good.
He's very excited. I think it'll be good. It'll be good. But I want to say that's it. If I think of anything else.
So I actually had an interesting week/weekend.
Okay.
If you know me, I'm kind of, I don't want to say oblivious or airhead type, but I am in a sense because things go over my head or I don't tend to remember things.
Yep.
My sister always tells me if it's not about me or it doesn't relate to me, as selfish as that sounds, or what is it called? Self-absorbed. Not me though, if you know me. But I won't remember it. I really won't. So I had a friend that got engaged about a year ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and so she had kept texting me, like, hey, let's get together for, like, brunch and stuff. And I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, just put me down. I'm one of those friends that will make it work. Like, I will have something figured out to where I can make the event.
Right.
And then it changed for some reason. And then she sent out another day. And I was like, okay, cool. And everybody, like, work had started up for me again. And so I was just seeing our group message kind of go with messages and about like dressing up and stuff. And I was like, okay, like what are we doing? It's just brunch. Like it should be fairly easy. So we end up going and she surprises us with a couple of girlfriends with this little ice cream box and it says, Eliana, will you be my bridesmaid? And I was like, oh,
how cute.
Oddly enough, like I should have known that's what it was, like the gathering.
Yeah.
But like I said, if it's not literally about me, it
Yep.
just goes over my head, or I miss it. Like, I miss things easily.
You have
So
a lot
that-
going on.
Yeah, so that was one thing. Super excited for her.
Yeah.
Hopefully she'll be getting married at the end of next year, 2023. So
Oh, wow.
there's a lot to come with that.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. She's a mother of 3, and she's gonna marry her fiance, and he's a really good guy. They have 2 kids together, so
It's
it's a
time.
really good situation. Like, I'm really happy for her. And
That's awesome.
then I found out that a really close family member, literally a sister to me, she got engaged yesterday or maybe a day or 2 ago. I want to say,
exciting.
excuse me, but she got engaged and literally was crying as we were reading our group message. So it's me, my sister, her, and her sister on a group message, and that was just. I was over the moon happy. Could not be happy for her.
Yeah, that's
Could not be
exciting.
happier for her.
Yeah.
So, so that is exciting. So there's a lot of love in the
Yeah.
air, and just, a lot of things to celebrate about, which is really, really nice. It's nice, refreshing as life is kind
Right.
of passing by and work, and you kind of just get really wrapped up in a lot of things, and
Yep.
to really enjoy those moments and be a part of those moments.
Right.
I do treasure, so because I like to be there for my friends and stuff. So
Yeah.
I was really happy to
That's
see that.
exciting.
Yes. I'm gonna clean my nose real quick. I'm a little itchy. Yes.
Well, that's good. My cousin and I talked about like weddings, quinceañeras, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I think there hasn't been like for our side of the family, my cousin and I. Even though it's a large family, there really hasn't been a whole lot.
Yeah.
We do have a cousin who her daughter had a sweet 16 recently, and that was kind of neat because she had some health issues and some stuff going on, so that was just real refreshing for them.
Yeah.
But it was out in West Texas, so. But yeah, so talking about weddings, who got married?
Oh, is it Teresa?
Yes,
Yes.
Teresa and
Teresa.
Louie. Oh my gosh! And did you see the do that she had?
I saw a bird's nest over there.
Oh man!
I feel like she could have gone other ways about it, because she always
agree.
has herself done. Her hair's always in beautiful,
Yes.
long, luscious curls and everything. So to see an updo on her, it really threw me off. It wasn't something I was there for.
Yeah, and you're right, because I think when I saw it, I'm like, man, you looked just exactly what you said. You've looked so pretty
yeah.
before with just it down, and that big crown could have been on your head.
Yeah.
But
There was a lot going on. There was
Yeah.
just too much going on.
I think it was.
But I am happy for her.
Yes.
You
And there
know.
was, did you see all the different housewives that were there? Like,
Know who attended?
lots of housewives. Kenya Moore was there.
Really? I think they did get along, though. I don't know what
On that
what episode
girls
they...
trip or something.
Oh, yes.
That's what it was, yeah.
Yes.
She was there. Oh my gosh. Dolores was in it. Jennifer Aiden was in it.
Okay.
But you know who did not go was her brother. Her brother and his wife did not attend.
What's happening now?
I read that there was some throwdown at the finale or something. I guess they were recording, and something happened and they didn't go. I think
Yeah.
there was already rift because she didn't ask his wife to be in the wedding, which I thought was kind of weird because you had some of your girlfriends and you didn't ask her.
Yeah.
But
Man.
yeah, there was a lot of different housewives that were there,
Yeah.
and just tons of people, and it was at some.
How do you not
Castle.
have your own family member? Like, you don't have your parents anymore. How do you not have your... Like,
You're
how can you
one.
not make amends? Or just even for that, just put it aside
Yeah.
and be there for your family. I don't get it. I still have fuzz on my nose, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think it must have been really bad because he
Yeah.
was good at kind of letting things go, and she would get really ugly and
Yeah.
stuff. I know for me personally, I can't do that though. I'm very, if you do it once,
See, and I'm
peace
more
out.
of the...
I can't do that.
I don't know. I'm more of the... I'll be there. Regardless of what we're going through, I'll be there because I would hate to miss out on moments. I would hate to look back and say, I wasn't there for that. Regardless of where we're at. And I may... But it's hard. It's hard for me
Yeah.
to be in fights, to be upset. Like, it takes a lot for me to really
Right.
be upset, or a lot to, like, get to me. and it's hilarious because Noelle says like that's not like a downfall, but it's a downfall. Like I need to have more of a backbone and stand up and just really for myself, just really show that, I'm not going to take everything that comes my way. I don't have to be accepting of every situation. And that's something that I struggle with because I see it as I'm going to be there regardless of what the situation is. Yep. And if we have to go back to not talking afterwards, then so be it. But I don't know. I mean, I have a hard one with that one because in my eyes, regardless, I'm proud that Melissa stood up to her, especially in towards the end of the season and in the reunion, saying like, hey, like, no, this is the way it is. And she was just kind of over, letting Teresa get her way. And it was I really thought they could mend the relationship, but
Teresa
that wouldn't be a show if there was no drama.
You're right. Yeah. Because I mean, I don't know. I think Teresa's she hits below the belt a lot. Purposely. And she feels that she can do that, and but don't do it back to her. Because then she gets mad, and I'm like,
that's not a fair game.
No, that's not how it goes. But anyways, yes. And babies, who else? What else?
Babies. Chloe and Tristan welcomed their second baby.
Yes.
Via surrogate? Is that what we're calling it?
Surrogate, yes.
Yeah. That's exciting.
Yeah.
That's exciting for the Kardashian family. There is some sad news, though. And correct me if I'm wrong. I've been saying it, Keats. I don't know if that's how it's pronounced, but that's what I've been seeing. Yeah. But they are no longer an item. And
yes. And did you see, when you said that, I think it was today, I messaged my son because Kanye announced Pete Davidson's death.
Yes. Yes.
I'm like, you're something else, but he's crazy.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you think it's in, well, I mean, I don't think that would win Kim's heart over, but do you think that that's something in the future that he sees is trying to, I guess, get back his family in a sense?
Maybe. I think he'll always continue to try that because he has always loved her, like been in love with her, infatuated, whatever it be. But I think she's seen a lot, and she's over him. Yeah. But yeah. And then Chrissy Teigen and John Legend.
That little baby bump pic.
Yes.
Super cute.
With the little Gucci undies. Yes, very cute.
Course. Very Teigen style.
Yes. It was cute. So wondering how far along she is. I don't know. It didn't say, right?
No, it didn't say.
A little ways, yeah.
Yeah. And they did have a miscarriage in the past, right?
Yeah, she was 20 weeks.
Yeah. So I think that's why they waited to announce this one.
Yeah, and she's she's a little bit older. She's over 40, isn't she?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so it makes it a little bit harder.
And they have two, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The little boy and the girl. Very
beautiful
cute. Luna
family,
and I can't
gorgeous.
Remember. I know. Very
this
cute.
This baby's going to turn out gorgeous.
Yes.
But you can't hate on them because they're really two beautiful people.
Yeah.
They really are.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I love her mom. I love her mom. She's always cooking and doing her little Instagram reels or whatever. It's too cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to see
that
baby when
and
they
if they announce what she's going to have or if they're going to, well, I'm sure they know.
They probably do.
Because.
Or if not, I guess waiting to announce.
Yeah, because I want to say there was controversy. I want to say it was her. They picked what they were having the first time and the second time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, I don't know.
Wow.
What else?
Isn't that crazy? Like nowadays you could pick all those, like you could really just just really pick what you want. I mean I was blessed with Miho,
Yeah.
But you could really just go in there and pick.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What else?
On sadder news, really sadder news, because it was announced today that the legendary pink lady, Sandy from Greece, she passed. 73 years old. Thankfully, she passed peacefully in her sleep. I did not know she had private medical conditions, but that was really sad. And you know what was crazy about it is, like, I feel like this week or maybe even last week I had seen, and I don't know if this was something recent, but I saw an old pic of her and
John Travolta.
Yes, in the movie, like obviously together, and then they remade the picture.
Oh,
as
I didn't see
current. And I was like, that is so cute. And then this happened, and I was like, wow, that's.
I guess I didn't know that she was sick until I read it and what that
It was a private issue, it sounded like.
Well, it said that it was breast cancer that she'd been battling
really?
for a long time. Yeah, I was like, oh, because it said that in lieu of flowers, they're doing like the Olivia Newton-John Foundation or something, and it mentioned it there. So that's very sad.
Very sad. Yeah, my dad sent it to me. My dad likes to send me, and it came in our family group message about it, and I was like, literally, I was at work and just kind of going through the motions, and then I just, oh, and everybody's like, what? And I was like, it's just sad news, like, and I said it, and everybody, like, just everybody around had the same reaction. I was like, man, that just hits a little too hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, so condolences to the family, of course, and the time that comes from after having to deal with, a death in the family.
Yeah, and it never and when they're, I guess, stars or something like that, I feel that it's harder because it always comes up in the news.
It's a public matter. It's not even a private, personal, family matter.
Right.
It's a public matter. I mean, that's literally media took off with it, and it's obviously a topic on our podcast.
But I mean, like, if they do movies like her, then they're going to be playing movies, or anytime it comes up, or, because I know if my husband died, like the one from Fast and the Furious, I can't remember
the one
his
that
name.
did pass in the car crash.
Yes. So I think
I'm not good with names, but I know exactly who you're talking about.
But I think that movie shows a lot.
Yeah.
That would be really sad, like for the kid, for his daughter, I think it was.
Yes.
That would be really sad.
It's gonna bother me now. I'm wondering his name.
Yeah.
But yes,
we'll
I completely agree with that.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I know you had something to mention that was...
Yeah, okay, so just because I saw it in passing and then my husband said it, but Trump, the FBI is doing something at the Mar-a-Lago, however you say it. Yes, at his property, so who knows what they're going to find or not.
Who knows what they're looking for.
Yeah. Because that's what I think my daughter was saying, that they didn't have anything. And I'm like, meh, FBI doesn't just go just because there's nothing.
It's not for just,
Yeah, no, they don't waste their time.
Check on you, yeah.
Yeah, we're just coming to say hi. No.
Yeah, no.
So, that was
not a good visit.
For
but
me.
I guess for whatever they find.
Yeah, I guess to see what comes up. I'm sure it'll be all over the news.
Full circle.
Yes.
So I thought we could talk about pet peeves.
Oh,
and I think because recently I've been having some pet peeves in my life. So yesterday, Sunday, we like to go out to eat at least once. We like to do our grocery run, and then we like to relax at home and usually take a nap. I'm not gonna lie. And we went to Cheesecake Factory. We are a fan. Yum, it was. Well, usually it is.
Oh no. And
so I went and checked in. This was probably like a little after 12. I went and checked in, and the lady was like, oh, it's going to be 20 or 30 minutes. Is that okay? And I said, table for 3, perfect.
Yeah.
Inside, please, because it's hot.
Yeah.
And we went shopping or whatever, and we came back, and I said, I never got a confirmation text. Let's go back, right? Because I don't want to lose our table.
Yeah.
And so we go back, and the lady's like, oh, it's 15 more minutes. And I was like, okay, I'm not too hungry, so that's fine. So we wait there another 15 minutes. We get seated. And it takes a little while.
Oh no!
So we have time to discuss what
past
we want to
the 20
eat.
Minutes. Past another 15.
I would say maybe about 10 to get our drink order. So then we went ahead and put our drink, our apps, and Mijo's plate in because at that point he was like, "I'm hungry."
Right.
So our waiter brought,
and it's gonna ruin y'all's lunch because
oh definitely. If the child's not happy, parents can't be happy. So we get our drinks, and he orders an apple juice, and he's like, where's my apple juice? Did it come? And we're like, okay, we'll tell the lady when she passes by.
Yeah.
She never passes by. And I'm like, okay.
Oh, no.
Then she brings the app in, and Noelle's like, oh, can we get that? And she goes, oh, the apple juice. Okay, cool. She brings it. Maybe about 5 minutes later, she brings it. And then, okay, so
Does he have his food?
No.
Okay.
So the app comes out, it's piping hot. Good.
Good.
I like it. We got the pretzels with the fondue, really good. The table behind me sat after us, got their food. The table across sat before us, and their food was taking forever. And I told Noelle, I said, this is where my pet peeve comes into play, because I'm not a picky person. I will just wait it out. Do not spit in my food. Do not alter my food. I will wait it out.
Yeah.
And I was like, I like communication. Just Communicate to me that the kitchen's backed up.
Right.
Communicate to me there might be short staff.
Yeah.
Communication. So me and him were talking, and I said, I just like to know, like, is it the kitchen or something?
What happened?
Because at this point, I filled up on the bread, I filled up on the pretzels and the cheese, and I'm already full. I already drank all my water. She never refilled when she brought the appetizers. We like to put our stuff at the edge of the table so they could see, and I put the dirty dishes at the edge of the table too. It's like as if I was a waiter, but I've never done waiting. But I would be a good waiter, I feel like. So we do all that, and literally the time passes, and Alex is like, we've been here for an hour and we haven't gotten our food. Now granted, he doesn't have a watch on him, can't tell the time, like, but it feels like an hour. And I made the comment to Noelle, and I was like, I would just like to know if the kitchen's backed up. Sure enough, there comes around the manager, passes all these tables, comes to our table and says, I am so sorry this is taking so long, let me go check on that for you. Goes and checks on that. 5 minutes later, food comes out. Mijo's is good. Noelle's is good. Mine is cold. And I'm like, you know what? It'll be fine to warm up, tomorrow.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. And Noelle's like, no. How's your plate? And I was like, it's okay. It's good. Like, I'm not going to make a fuss about it because if he gets mad, he's talking to the manager. Yeah. And I for me, there's some occasions where talk to the manager, and there's some occasions where let's just pack it up and go. I'm ready to go. That situation, I was already full. I'm ready to go. So my pet peeve is just to communicate, just to let and I think of it this way. If I'm at home, I'm prepping the food, I'm cooking the food, I'm serving the people, I'm going through the whole motions. If I go out, I'm paying for that service.
Right.
And I'm very understandable. I'm very understandable in the sense of if the kitchen's backed up, if there's not enough staff.
Right.
Which
happens a lot now.
A lot. Like, there's a lot of places hiring. So I have an understanding.
Yeah.
If you communicate it. If you don't communicate it, then I'm going to be a little upset about it. Yeah. And even then, we still tipped good. But I was like, regardless if we tip or not, you just got to make the experience enjoyable because we're going out of our way to be served on and have some good food.
And the manager didn't say anything other than here?
No, the food came out afterwards, and he was like, do you want me to let them know it's cold? And I was like, no. I don't want another plate. I don't care that it's cold. I'm going to heat it tomorrow. I did that afternoon. I heated it up. I got hungry. Like 4 hours later, we took a nap, and then I was like, I think I'm going to eat
my food now?
Yeah. I'm going to eat the Chinese plate that I ordered. So that's a pet peeve of mine. If you just communicate, it'll be okay.
No, I completely agree. Where were we that we talked about communication is the same thing that just let us know. Mm-hmm. If you tell us what's going on, good or bad, it's going to be fine. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what it was I was talking to my sister because her car had to go into the shop recently. Mm-hmm. My nephew backed up her car into the basketball goal. And it shattered her back window. It was a big ordeal. And I'm like, how fast are you going? He goes, I barely did. He goes, but
did you really?
He says the sensor didn't go off. And I'm like,
do we look that?
Yes. So that's what Noah said. He's like, the mirrors. You've got 3 mirrors. He goes, you didn't? He goes, it's a big goal. Why didn't you see? Whatevs. So anyways, she was talking about how quick she got it. And I told her that ours was in the shop. And even though it was in there for 30 days or so. Yeah. Probably every other day, we got a text. Hey, Ms. Salazar, just want to let you know that this is what's going on. This is where they are with the parts. This is da-da-da. And so maybe it didn't seem as long, or at least I knew, okay, well, for this many days, this is what's going on. Yeah. And so that time frame made it okay. Mm-hmm. So it's exactly what you said. Yeah. That just communicate, and it's going to be okay.
It goes a long way, a little communication.
Exactly.
So I was looking at pet peeves because I was kind of curious of what are some typical pet peeves, and I saw a pet peeve bingo. We're not going to play that, but I'm going to mention some.
I thought we were going to play a game. Okay.
Some of them. I saw one that said the word moist.
Don't use my daughter seems to think that's funny to say it. The only time you can use that word if you're talking about a cake. Besides that, I don't want to hear it come out your mouth. It's gross. No. And she'll go behind me and whisper it, and I'm like,
It's like cringing.
Why do you do that? Like, don't say that word. It's gross.
It's not really
I don't know
a good
why.
descriptive word.
It sounds gross. It sounds. Stop using it. Stop talking. And she'll continue. Stop talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another one. People who are late.
Yes. So, for me, I'm gonna say it's a pet peeve, but I tend to be late because
You've got a whole
I
I've
got
group getting out the door.
Yes, and it's funny because my husband hates being late to church. I do too. But he'll get mad if he's in the car and we're all trying to run out.
Oh, really?
But there's times that we're all waiting, and he'll get in the car real smooth.
What is he doing? He's not combing his hair. He's got a beard, by the way. No hair. So
yeah.
he can't be combing his hair.
I think it's just sometimes because he says that I don't give him enough time sometimes to tell him, hey,
do you have
we're
to
getting
tell them 10 more minutes, then start getting ready? Do you have to? Noelle does that. And I'm like, when I start moving to the room to change my clothes, because I do my face and my hair first. Right. When I move to the room to change my clothes, that's your cue.
I shouldn't have to tell you. It should be pretty quick from there, yeah.
And even if you're ready before me, you're ready. So that's it. I'm putting on my shoes and we're all walking out the door at the same time. Everybody waits till I'm done. And I'm like, but why? Like,
yeah. Because then now you're waiting and... Yeah. Yeah. So, we talk about time all the time. And so, a couple times when we worked at the same place, we would carpool. I didn't like it because I like to...
It's a lot of pressure.
Focus and don't stress me out before. Already I don't like anybody talking to me. And then to have to be in the car and all that, no. Yeah. So, when he goes by himself, I'm like, have a good day. And he's like rushing out and hurrying up. But I think it's funny when he's on his time by himself because I'm like, you're gonna be late. You can be late. It's not gonna be my fault. But I don't like. I think I don't like when people are late to meetings. That is probably my biggest pet peeve. Is late to meetings, doctor's appointments. Ugh. Yeah, I don't like that. And I'll give myself a time limit. If they do not call us by this time, I'm out.
Oh, really? Yes. As the waiting in the waiting room?
Yes, I will wait. Wow.
Can you do that?
Well, I just do it internally. No, I'm just like, okay, like, I'm telling you, I'm fixing to leave.
I'm going to leave. You're not going to know, but I'm going to leave.
Yes.
Walk out. You got 5 minutes to call me.
I went during my lunch to go get my teeth cleaned a few weeks ago. I gave him a heads up. I'm going during my lunch. I've got an hour. And from the house, there is a few minutes to get there. But I need to be in and out within the time. Yes, ma'am. It'll be perfectly fine. There's no reason we can't do it. I'm thinking, damn straight, there's no reason. It's 30. I mean, it's not going to take long to clean my teeth, you know? There's not any x-rays, nothing. It should be quick. Yeah. Okay. We get there. Okay, go ahead and have a seat, Miss Salazar. We'll get with you in a little bit. And I thought, that little bit.
Starting off on the wrong foot.
I looked at my daughter and I said, I give him 10 minutes. I said, and I'm leaving. And
did you leave?
I was texting or whatever. They came to ask. Then they come and tell me, I just want to let you know that we can file this in the insurance, but since you come every 3 months, we can either file this one and not the one at the end of the year, and you can pay for this one. And she's already talking to me, and I'm already...
You can't call me later about this? Since
why didn't you tell me when we talked about this yesterday? Or the time before that? Like, why didn't you tell me this? And I'm like, okay, have that conversation. I said, by the way, you've only got a few more minutes left because I gotta go.
Chair and clean.
Yeah. Oh, yes. And I said, I had this conversation before. Oh, yes, Miss Salazar. And so they were my daughter. Yeah, I looked at her and I'm like, just saying. And probably a minute before they called me back and we were out. But I'm like, come on, people. Yeah. They don't realize
that communication. They didn't value it.
No, you're right. What else?
No. Well, me for the late, I will say that my friends are applauding me because I have gotten better. I got compliments that I am getting better. I was the type of person that, at least in my early 20s, that if you told me, Eliana, it's at 3:00, we're going to meet for drinks or something, I would show up at 4. Because, and then you would text me at 3:15, are you on your way? And I'd be like, I'm getting in the car. I was really still finishing my hair and my makeup. I was bad. I was really, and they caught on. So they started doing where it was like, okay, we're going to meet at 3, but we're going to tell her 2. I think that kind of helped me. It benefited me because now I'm usually maybe not the first person there, but
Yep.
maybe the second.
Oh, that's
I'm
good.
the second. I'm there before other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
At
really good.
the brunch that I went to, I walked in before my other friend. Granted, she parked before me, but I walked in the door before her.
You were
So,
like running.
that's in my favor. Yeah. Noisy eaters.
And
Sometimes
with
I
kids,
think
it's
I'm
hard.
noisy. I feel like I hear it. Is
I
that a
think
thing?
that too, but
I'm like, is this chip really that crunchy?
yes, because you have kids, it kind of amplifies sometimes. But
I find
I'll tell
myself
you,
saying, chew with your mouth closed.
yes,
Close your mouth.
like, hey, can we? Because they're like, Mom,
Yeah.
finish, and then you can talk to me. Because first I don't want to see it, and then I
No.
don't want to hear it. But
Yeah.
let me tell you, it's funny is that. So I don't know if y'all ever do like late night snack. They're like, okay, everybody's asleep, and we're just gonna go get a snack really quick. And
Oh,
him
to
and
leave
I'll
and get a
either
snack.
we'll leave because we used to go to Sonic super late, and we liked doing that. But sometimes we'll even just something like chips and salsa or whatever. But my husband likes to do it sometimes, or more often than not, without me. And if I'm asleep, it wakes me up,
Oh, and no.
I'll roll over and I'm like, boy, I'm trying to sleep, pillow over my head and all. And he's like, I gotta eat it, and I'm like,
got it. Gotta finish it.
Yes, he's like, I'm gonna choke
pack
if
it
I
up for
don't chew. And
tomorrow.
I'm like,
Nope.
now I'm wide awake, and that's all I hear. Like it's loud, or he'll eat peanuts or something. Why?
Like something with a crunch that definitely gets your
Yes,
attention.
Why can't you eat like pudding?
Jello. That sounds like grandpa food.
Yes,
Soft
something.
foods.
Let's not crunch.
Yeah, no.
It's so loud. And
Not
I guess because it's quieter, although he does have the TV loud sometimes too, but I'm like,
But you're used to that noise of like a food, like a
I just,
mouth noise. That's kind
No.
of gross. Let me see. Spoilers. I don't. My sister actually asked me because we're gonna go to the Bad Bunny concert.
mm-hmm.
I want to say I'm not good with dates. I think it's in September. I think
Uh-huh.
maybe August. Don't know. But she said, "Have you seen the people upload, little clips or whatever?" And I said, "No, I have not because I paid for the tickets.
Yeah.
I want to be there to see it. I don't want to watch on my TV or my phone or whatever device some little clip of a show I paid to go see.
Right.
I want to get the experience.
Yeah.
So no, I don't like spoilers. We watch Stranger Things. Huge
Yeah.
fans of it. I'm literally like social media, anything, clips.
You have to stay off until you
Yes,
watch.
you had to stay off. And then Noelle was like, I already know a scene that's going to happen. And I was like,
Then don't tell me.
Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. Don't tell me. I don't need to know it. No. Did you see? No. I didn't see nothing because I'm trying to stay away.
Stop talking about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I don't know. I think I'm half and half because there's some stuff like I don't want to know. But I will tell you what I do is like Mavs, the Married at First Sight. I'll watch the first couple episodes and then I'll go and I'll search who's still together, who said
Okay.
yes and who said no. And he'll tell me, don't tell me.
Yeah.
Because then what's the point of us watching it? Well, because there's still drama in between. But I do like to watch that and look at the spoilers to see who's going to stay together or not.
Yeah.
But for the most part, no. And my daughter, like the whole Big Brother thing, sometimes we don't watch it that same night. We have to watch it the next day because life.
Yeah.
And she was watching, we were going to watch it and she's like, I don't even know why we're watching it. I went on and that dang, what's her name?
She already
Whatever
saw.
Chung or whatever.
Yeah.
She's like, I already saw Mom. And I'm like, okay,
And she told you?
No, I was like, no, don't tell me because I've been
Don't
waiting.
spoil it.
So I told her not to spoil it, but she was
Yes.
mad because she went on social media.
Shouldn't. By the way, so I know you recommended a couple of shows, and we are currently watching The Amazing Race. But
Oh,
Noel
good.
asked me an interesting question. He said, "Are you on the current season?" And I was like, "I don't think I." So me and Mijo, let me tell you, that's our show now.
But is there episodes ahead? Did you look? Because if there is, you're on the wrong season.
I'm on the wrong season.
I don't think there's a live one right now.
There's not.
I don't think so. The challenge. That's what y'all need to watch. That's the one.
Okay.
Because it has people
Well, now I
from
have
there.
to finish The Amazing Race.
Yeah.
We're on the so the one that we're watching, I think, happened during when COVID started and they had to shut down.
Yes.
I'm going for the twins, the radio host twins.
Yep.
Mijo's now going for them because his team lost. I think it was a police officer.
He had a change. Yeah.
But he really wants the dad and the daughter duo. I can't remember the names. Don't ask me. See, if it's not relevant to me, I won't remember. I just want the twins to win. But yeah, that's what we're on. So like literally, I'll tell him, I gotta go to the restroom. Pause the show. Like we can't miss it because we're watching it. Super cute. So we are watching that. But he did point out a good point about that. I was like, is it on right now? Like, is this current?
I don't think so because it's the challenge and Big Brother.
Okay, so we'll have to do that.
Yeah, because I want to say it's CBS, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Big Brother's on.
Yeah, so see, I'm out of date. I'm always catching up on shows.
Yeah, that's usually us.
Yeah.
We're trying to catch up. Like, I didn't realize I was pretty far behind on Housewives of Atlanta, and I'm like, I need to catch up. And I was behind on Beverly Hills. I'm catching up because we got all these other darn shows
I've
that we
got
watch.
Southern Charm. I'm almost finished with the Vacation with Phaedra. And
See, I'm behind on that too.
I'm almost done with that. I do like it.
It is a good one.
Yeah.
It is.
So tell me about dirty dishes. Pet peeves?
Well, I mean, yes, but there's times that I'm like, I can't
keep up with it. It's a lot.
I'm exhausted, and I can't finish them. Mm-hmm. But probably with dirty dishes is like if I clean it, put it all away, and I'll Clorox the sink. I like to Clorox the sink, just I don't know why.
That's a good idea.
And I'll do that.
I wash the sink,
and yes,
but with the dish soap. I don't.
Yes,
I need to
and then I
Clorox
rinse it, and then I pour Clorox, and then
You
I'm
need
like,
to do
I've
that.
already Cloroxed the sink. Nobody can you can smell it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want dirty dishes, and I'll walk around. The sink is empty. I want to wake up to the sink empty.
Yeah.
And then about an hour later, you hear boop 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 from the microwave. I'm like, but then you
use paper.
well, but then I come out and I'm like, it's in somebody's room. Because if there's nothing there, it's in somebody's room.
So they're waiting to put it the next day.
Yeah, because I want it clean.
Yeah.
Or I wake up and there's a lot because somebody will come back from the gym and you can hear the machine and then the stuff gets left in there.
No,
I can never win.
My pet peeve is the dishwasher will have clean dishes because I ran it.
Yeah.
I won't unload it then and there.
Right.
But I ran it. The dishes in the sink, the right side is the dirty side. The left side is the clean side.
Oh,
I don't know
mine's
about
backwards.
I don't know about the drains. I don't know what the drains do. I haven't gone that far. But do not take the dirty spoon and put it on the left side. Because then I have to wash everything all over
there.
again. And even though he's like,
Yeah.
it just touched this, just wash. No.
No.
It's everywhere now. And it's probably because you flung it. Everything went everywhere. Yeah. Well, and the cute thing is that Mijo came home the other day and he was like, Auntie Marisol said that if you use it, you got to wash it.
Yeah.
So he was like, how do I wash this?
Oh,
I was
that's,
like,
so you
okay.
took it back.
Yeah. He came home and he was like, he had his cereal bowl or something. And he was like, how do
That's
I wash
funny.
it? And I was like, don't pour the milk everywhere. I'll do it. Put it off to the side.
Yes, it's funny that because we had everything was empty, and I'm like, okay, as you get up, please put your dish in the dishwasher, and him and I were still waiting there, and so I kind of waited. Usually, I'll wait. I feel bad if anybody stays at the table by themselves. Nobody feels bad if I'm by
Get up and
myself.
walk away.
No, nobody feels bad if I'm by myself, but I feel bad if anybody's there by
Yeah.
themselves. So I kind of wait, and so he was finishing up, and he was. That's
He's a
when
slow
he had,
eater.
Sometimes it's because him and Blake were talking.
He
And
does eat
he was
slow, though.
giggling and giggling, and then Blake's like, "Okay, I'm done." And he looked at him, and Blake says, "Okay, I'm gonna get a pop." And I was like, "Wait, he needs to finish eating first." And he looked at me like, "Wait," and I said, "No, you have to finish eating because so did he." So he's trying to hurry up, and Blake's
Aw.
like, "Don't forget your dish too." And he's like, "Ah!" He's like,
Finish it. Put it in
and
the
I was like,
dishwasher.
"Okay, Blake, show him how to do it." And really, there was no rinsing other
Yeah.
than throw out whatever's there
Yeah.
and drop it in there. And so they showed him to do that.
That's
So
cute.
look, at
Well,
least
that's
you took that back.
transition to home. Yeah.
Good. So
I'm
now-
appreciative of it because I'm like, just the clean pile is the clean pile. Keep it
Yeah,
clean.
that's good.
Yes. Okay, so
What
one
else?
more.
Okay.
Toilet seats left up.
Like both of them or the lid?
We'll go with either or because it's a pet peeve.
Yes.
I live with two boys and a dog that's a boy. By the way, ew, Ew, bathroom door left open. Disgusting. I'll just leave it there. I'll leave it at that. This toilet seat was left up. I'll just leave it at that.
Oh.
Bear, no.
No.
Yeah, I literally had him rinse out his mouth and everything.
Because you can hear it loud.
Yes, and I didn't know. All I hear was lick, 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 and I was like, Alex, screaming, go close that door. And then Bear comes out and he's like, what did I do wrong? And I was like, no, not the toilet. Yeah, he's done that like for as long as he had him, probably twice. And I'm just like, don't do it.
That's why we always tell them close the door and make sure that they have water because they're thirsty, especially when they come out from outside. They're looking for water. So I try before I let them in, get water.
Yeah.
And I have 2 out of the 4 will sit and wait. And I fill the bowl, put it down, say, okay, now you can have some, and they do it. I have the other 2 that as I'm going down, they're like pushing it down, and then it's spilling, and so I try and do it before.
It's everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, toilet seats
seats
for me, just put it down. Put it down because I need to use the restroom.
Yes.
Wipe it, please, because I do not like dribbles on me. And I've had that happen more than I like. So I don't like that.
Yes.
Please. Just for courteous of any women that live in the household.
Yeah.
They appreciate it.
Yep. Well, and I tell that too. I always close it. And my daughter went in there, I want to say it was earlier yesterday. And I've said it numerous times. And she's in there talking to me, and I look, the seat. Just get up, flush, and bolt. That's it. Like,
Her
it's
too?
not hard. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, obviously, that one is just the lip part. But I'm like,
put it down.
just put it down.
Yeah.
It's not hard.
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, that's a germ thing. The other one is, knock on wood, they've been good. It's been a long time that they've left up both. They leave the other one, but they shouldn't even come into our bathroom.
Yeah.
But when they do, I'm like, oh man, I gotta check it first. Because even if that's down, I'm gonna have to lift it and I'm gonna check.
Yes.
Because you never know.
Because that's such a thing. It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my routine is just to wipe every time I go. Wipe the seats down.
Yeah.
Just because I can't trust anybody.
That's true.
Trust issues. I can't. I like my bottom to be the way I put it down to lift the same way. So
Exactly.
it's just me. Yeah.
Well, let me tell you something a little bit about that. Actually, so I guess this goes back to something that had happened. My best friend had come in from College Station, and so I got to visit with her a little bit. And I don't even know how the restroom came up, but she talked about a bidet that her kids got her one for Mother's Day. And I'm like, we've had this discussion with the kids before, and with one of my sons, and I don't know how I feel about that because I don't want to be wet when I get up. And she goes, there's various different ones, and I'm thinking, I don't know about this whole full service thing because you're gonna like wash me and dry me and like no.
And like a blow dryer?
Yes.
Okay.
But she said on hers, she goes, no, you just use less toilet paper because now you're just gonna pat yourself dry. And I thought,
so
you're still wet because it's
but
like
there's
a
no
freaking
wiping
car wash for
because
your
right.
She's like, oh
I
no,
need to
Marty,
wipe.
it gets you from front to back. And I thought, I don't know about that.
know if I
And
could
then they
trust
talk
that.
about that there is temperature, some that have like temperature control, that it's warm. And I thought, my water is scorching hot when it comes out. It would be bad.
Burns.
I'd be in the emergency room and that's what happened.
Can you imagine trying to explain that story? No.
Have you ever seen that show where it's just bad. Like people go to the emergency room because it was issues or things happened when they were, doing the deed. And I think it's funny because you got to go to the emergency room.
You have no other choice.
Yes. That's what would happen. And I'd be on that show because
you used the bidet a little too hard. Got a little too into that thing.
Yes, that would be bad.
Yeah, no, I need to make sure that everything is good.
Yeah.
Down there, so I couldn't even trust a bidet.
Control.
Yeah,
You have to
I have to have that control. Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right.
Well, that
on
was
that note,
our pet peeves. Maybe we'll put up a story and ask about other people's pet peeves. I'm interested to hear.
Yeah, I'm sure there's lots because I feel
Yeah.
that I have a lot of pet peeves and I try and going to be
just
okay
needs-
and
yeah.
swallow and let it go. And then I'm like, okay, no, I can't. And
Still
either,
bothers
whether it
me.
be the wiping something or
Yeah.
putting the dishes a certain way.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
bad.
Alrighty then, guys. Thanks for tuning in. You can always
Yes.
follow us on Instagram, of course.
Yes.
And add comments or anything.
Yep.
Go like and
Suggestions.
listen.
Let
Yeah.
us know what you guys want to hear.
Yes.
What you want to hear us talk about. Any topics that maybe interest you guys so that we can bring those up. Whatever it be, more drinks that you want us to try.
Yes.
I think we've got
This was good.
some other
Successful.
ones. Yes, this was definitely, I mean, obviously. Although I will say a little bit on that is I tried the moonshine by itself. Oh my
Wow.
gosh. I thought I was drinking like acetone. Like I felt it till it entered my
Nuh-uh.
stomach and I felt it like coating my stomach.
Oh
It
my
was,
goodness.
Yeah. I may have to have you try it just so you can get that same feeling as I did. It was bad. I've tried moonshine before.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, it's been a long time. And I smelled it. Smells super good. And I
Yeah.
told my husband, ooh, let's try a little bit of it.
No. No.
I wouldn't suggest that.
No.
Yeah, don't do that.
Good to know. Thank you for letting me know.
Yes, don't do that.
Yeah. I probably
Anyways, so on that note, any good drinks that you guys want us to try or anything that you want us to talk about, we will do that next time.
will. Alrighty, guys.
All right.
Till next time.
Bye.
Bye.